Right.
I'm
phone
freaking.
call.
Oh my
phone
God,
call.
no.
Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
oh,
You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready? You ready, Gina? I'm going to answer it. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, LA Gen X.
Hi, this is Kristin Chenoweth.
Hey!
How are y'all doing? Surprise!
I do good, Kristin. Hi. Well, how are you doing? You've been so busy since your book came out last week. How have all these book signings been?
They have been amazing. I have to tell you guys that so far every bookstore that I've been to has run out of books, and the signings have been going on for like 4 and 5 hours. And if you ever need a soap dish moment, if I've ever needed a soap dish moment, this is it. I mean, it's just been amazing, the love and support that people have shown, and that have come out and waited in these lines. I can't believe it.
Oh, well, I mean, believe it, because you, and this is huge, you are debuting at number 12 this week on the New York Times bestseller list. Unbelievable. Why is it that you think this book has struck a chord with so many people?
Because I think because this book is about my life and about adoption and stage and film and TV and ups and downs and just all of it, I think people are really relating to it more. Like, this is me. I mean, this isn't like a character I'm playing. This is my life. And I think people are appreciative of me sharing, you know, that not everything is a bed of roses and how hard I've worked. And not that I want to pat myself on the back, but I think there's been a misconception that things have just been handed to me and that I've been this overnight success. And, you know, it hasn't, that's not true. So, also for my younger fans, you know, just to see their faces and the squeals of delight. We've had many little girl meltdowns. I call them little girl meltdowns when I start to cry. Oh. And I'm like, there's no crying in baseball. It's so cute to see them just like, you know, they just love it. And it means so much to me that at the very end of one of the signings yesterday, there was a little girl, and she said, she was missing her 2 front teeth.
Oh, how cute.
She said, I didn't get a book because I didn't get here in time, but can I just shake your hand? And I started immediately crying because I was like, no way. So sweet.
Well, it's not just the little girls that like you. Gina over here has been going nuts since the book came out.
She started crying as soon as the show started.
I mean, look, Kristin, I'm a big fan of yours. I am. I know, and the guys have been teasing me because, yes, I have. I've got your book. I've been carrying it around for weeks now. I was very fortunate. I got an advance copy of it, and I saw it, and I freaked out because, first of all, I thought, what is Kristin Chenoweth doing writing her life story already? She's like 28, and I know you're a little bit older, but I took this book home, and it must have been like 10 or 10:30 when I got home, and I thought, well, I've got to go to bed, but I'm just going to read a chapter. And 60 pages later, I mean, I had to force myself to put it down. From the first page, you sucked me in. It is such a great book, and you have just this endearing and intelligent, humorous, very funny writing style. I just love it. So what made you decide that now was the time to write this book?
First of all, Gina, thank you for that. I really wanted it to be in my voice, and I really wanted to be inspirational, but yet with my voice and my sense of humor. I had written a 1-page article for Glamour magazine about being adopted.
Right.
And the publisher, Simon & Schuster, saw it, and they thought, you're a real person of interest, and would you consider writing a book? I was like, no, I'm no Shakespeare. Nobody wants to hear from me, please. And they started talking to me about my life, and they were cracking up, and they were like moved about the story and miracle of how I came to be in the family that I'm in, and I started thinking about it, and I went to my mom and dad, and I said, would it bother you if I just kind of put this out there? And by the way, adoption is, as you know, such a small part of the book.
Right.
But they said, yeah, go for it. You know, we support you and love you, and you're ours, so go ahead and write it.
Well, and I mean, you're so open, not just about being adopted in this book, but you're open about a number of personal things. You talk about how you suffered from depression, as well as Meniere's disease, and your faith in God. Obviously, your experiences on Broadway, which I love reading about. And the thing that got me, you have this unique ability to, shall we say, predict the weather. Tell us how you acquired this skill.
Let me tell you, I was a cheerleader and also a dancer, and there's this move that we do where you kick your leg up to your face and hold it and then fall into the splits. And I was doing that, and my coccyx hit the ground first and cracked.
Oh!
And then I had another cheerleading accident where I was at the top of a pyramid and fell again, same type of injury. So my coccyx has been cracked twice, and it literally aches when it's going to rain. And I know that's like sounds really gross to a lot of your listeners, but I can tell when it's going to rain down there. Yep, it's true. I can tell with my hoo-hoo if it's going to rain. I'm actually better than any meteorologist.
Wait, so are we talking about like a 3-day forecast or the 5-day?
Like the day before. I was in Philadelphia just recently doing a book signing, and they said tomorrow's Phillies game, is it going to rain or what? And are they going to win? I said, well, I can't predict whether the Phillies are going to win, but I can tell you it's not going to rain. And all I'm going to say is I was right.
Wow.
Nice, Kristin.
Quite a skill.
Nice.
Now, Gina told us that you also have this, I guess, cookie recipe that might actually be lethal. What is that all about?
I made cookies. I make these I call them the white trash cookies.
Nice.
Where you just cut them up, the cut them up kind, chocolate chip, and then you put icing between them, and then you make a cookie sandwich. So that's the way I cook. It's nothing fancy at all. In fact, I thought I made that up until I went to the Toll House store and saw that they had them. But I made them and gave them to some of the castmates of a play I was in on Broadway called Epic Proportions, and Richard Shull, who was a major character actor who you'd know if you saw his face, ate some and died. And then the next, and of course everybody was teasing me saying, oh, it was your cookies, because we were so sad, obviously, that he left us in the middle of a play. But, you know, we garnered joy thinking about him eating my cookies, and everybody was like, the death cookies. And then I was on the West Wing, and I made them for people for Christmas, and I gave John Spencer a whole bunch because we were very, very close. And he died.
Oh, no.
So nobody close to me will eat my white trash cookies. Yeah, they'll make them, but they won't eat mine. So for those of you out there who'd like to try them, I definitely say try them, but, you know, if you ever see me offer you any, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't.
Oh, okay, so what? So note to self, don't eat Kristin's white trash. Although they sound very good. But well, I want to talk about Pushing Daisies because I love this show. It's such a great show, and so many people are devastated to see it go. I know I am. How much did you love being a part of this show?
Well, as far as my television experience, and I've had some wonderful experiences on TV. I would have to say this is probably my favorite job. I loved the cast. Obviously, I loved Brian Fuller and the writing staff. I thought they were geniuses, every one of them. Sometimes I want to ask Brian if his head hurts because of all the brains he has in there. But it was my favorite. It was one of my favorite parts to play because she was kind of an underdog, and you kind of rooted for her because she never did get the man that she wanted to be with. And I think a lot of people can relate to that out there. And honestly, I cried. I'm pretty good about, like, moving on, like Broadway jobs. You know, you do something and then you move on. It's over. And you always have the memories and you always have your friends that you take with you. But this one, I have to say, I went through a little bit of a mourning session, and I cried about it because I love the show so much, and I was proud to be a part of something of such quality that people seem to really, really love. So.
Well, I love it. I absolutely love this show.